Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you
Linda,
thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. Hey, you guys. First of all, you may hear me in the back talking all over again because I'm testing out to make sure that you can hear me today. Okay, and you can. So let me turn this down. All right, because I wanted to make sure that the sound was right today. I think that there was a problem world kind of all over America, the world, like with some stuff yesterday that was happening with the internet. So I think it affected our sound yesterday, but hopefully it's back right today. Hey, gatekeepers, welcome back to the So What You Think channel. I'm your host, Miss Jen, your gatekeeper in chief. And today was a good day. I mean, I thought it was kind of a little tea worthy. I did. I really did. I enjoyed season 2, episode 141 of Beyond the Gates today. I did. And today is Thursday. It's my short day. I have to get through this thing kind of quick because when my phone rings, I got to go. If it's the right phone call, anyway. First of all, let me say hello to my moderators who, Linda, I'm surprised you in here because I know the gates are still on for you. I know Linda's like, doggone it, she in here early. I'm trying to see what happened. It was good today. It was, Linda, it was. I really think Bill's eyes might be a little open now. I do. I think he's faking Haley out at this point, and everybody else too, because Bill is proud. He may even pay Haley to be quiet and go on about her business about what she did, because he don't want nobody to know. We don't know. We gotta wait to see. But hey, mods, hello to everybody joining me live. Come on in the room, gatekeepers. Hit that like button for me as you do, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so that the channel can continue to grow. I need like 20 some people in order to get to 2,700 subscribers. I'm this close to getting to 3,000. I want to be like Andre 3000. I want 3,000. So help me get there. So if you're listening, if you happen to come by this broadcast, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for me. Okay. Hello to the replay gang. Y'all know I never forget about you all. Because I'm rushing today, I can't do my highlight of the day. I don't think I can because I don't think I sent it to myself. Let me see if I did. If I did, I'll read it. And if I didn't, then I'm going to have to let that one go for today. I am. Let's see. Let me pull up these notes and see. Nope, I did not get a chance to send it to myself. So I apologize to you guys. So no recap highlight of the day, but you know I love y'all. You know I do. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. You know today is my busy day now, so you got to work with mama, okay? If you enjoy this community, support the channel by becoming an official member of the Gatekeepers and get yourself a membership. Comment down in the comment section. All of that helps. Now, let me pull out my romper room mirror and see who is typing down in my comments so far.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. First of all, Miss B, who is me, says, hey, y'all. Belinda Hill says, good afternoon, Miss Jen, Gatekeepers, and to the Mod Squad. Hello to you, Belinda, as well. My cousin Linda says, greetings and salutations, Gatekeepers. Hey, cousin Linda, how are you? Belinda, who is the officer of the doggone like button, said, make sure you hit the like button. She don't want to have to do it to y'all, because it's been a long, long time since Belinda said halt, don't say another word. We not moving until you hit the like button. So don't make her do it, because she will. Bernice Rankin is in the house also and says good afternoon, Miss Jen, mods, and to the gatekeepers. Good afternoon to you too as well. She says she already hit the like button. Linda says I'm watching the show and the recap at the same time. Okay, girl. Hopefully I won't get ahead of it, but you got enough time. I probably will bypass it. I might. I think there was a problem with YouTube yesterday. I logged in and out 4 times. There was a problem with something yesterday. What, I don't know. I couldn't, I think it was something that had nothing to do with me. Hey, Naomi Johnson. I think you and Katrisa, it says Katrisa Vibes and Naomi Johnson. I think y'all knew. So I got to give y'all official welcome over here and do. Katrisa Vibes says, hey, everyone, glad to catch a live. We're glad you caught a live too. Welcome on in. Also, Naomi Johnson says, greetings, gatekeepers. Hey, Naomi. Naomi, I don't know why I think I might remember you tried to come up live one time and you couldn't get connected or something. Your name rings a bell for me, but I could be wrong. But at either rate, for our 2 new ladies, we want to give you your official welcome. You are now officially a gatekeeper.
Hey, hey, hey.
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
So that's for Katrisa and for Naomi. Thank you guys for commenting down in the comments section. Bobby Wobby says, dang, you early? I used to be early all the time, but Thursdays is a very busy day for me. So sometimes I have to get in here early and sometimes I can go later. But today I decided, let me get in here now because I might not get in here later. Coretta JV5 is also in the house. Hey, Coretta JV5. How y'all doing? All right, y'all. With that, we're going to go on and unlock these gates and find out what had happened was today on Beyond the Gates. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All right, y'all, things kicked off over to Danny's house. Children, how many times y'all got to tell these children of y'all to knock on the door before they come up in here, because Andre was just about to give us the tea. He was in the mood to confess some things. This was his confessions, and I was all ready for it. But you came up in there, Chelsea, and busted it up. Let's get to it. So Andre and Danny are in there talking. They're making small talk, but Andre is clearly distracted, and Danny can tell something is wrong. So she starts asking him what's going on, the way a good wife would, a good suspicious wife would. Anyway, Andre finally admits that he had a conversation with his Uncle Ted, and they were talking about Andre's past and some of the things that he got into. He was like, after my parents died, Danny, I was a much different man from what you know now. What was you doing, little Andre? What was you doing? Huh? Naomi, I'm right. I thought I remembered that. You have to try to come up again, because I would love for you to come up on the panel. And, next time, just be patient. We'll work it out. We'll figure out what the kinks are, because this stuff be having kinks. And so, try again. Maybe this Friday. Try to come up again. Okay, anyway. Andre trying to confess what he did, and Danny keep on interrupting. You women need to learn how to be quiet. Let the men cook sometimes. Let them cook, especially when you see something wrong. And he talking, girl. Be quiet. Let the man talk. So he was like, I was a very different man back then. Nothing like the man you know now. And all of that. And I'm like, child, do tell. Do tell. Okay? But Danny breaks in, well, Andre, no matter what it is that you've done, I would love you anyway. It doesn't matter, girl. You a lie. I ain't about to love nobody anyway through the bit. It depends on what you did. It depends on what you did. Because if you took somebody out or something, now I got to be careful about how I'm sleeping around here. You got to go. You got to leave. I'm sorry. I can't be nervous. I can't do it. It depends on what you did. Did you steal something? Is they looking for you? Is the money hid? I need to know. Anyhow, their door, Chelsea comes in there, interrupts everything. Oh my God, Mom, I finally figured out what was going on with Danny. I'm like, girl, now normally, we all about the Danny gossip, but right now we ain't trying to talk about Danny. We trying to see what Andre had did. We need to know what Andre had did. Okay, so girl, hush, but keep talking since you in here. Now, meanwhile, Haley, speaking of, is down to the uptown talking to her favorite, unfavorite, not favorite, but favorite, unfavorite person, her cousin, Sandy Randy. And according to him, he was like, let me know what your plans are. Like, I need for you to run down to me with the plan. You know what, Randy? Are you recording her? Because, I mean, Randy, you asking for specifics. I'm like, why you need to know all that? Randy, are you recording her? Are you intending to turn her in and get a reward? Are you intending to go to Bill and be like, let me tell you what I had stopped, but I'm going to need a couple million in order to put a backwash on it? I don't know. But why you always got her in here confessing and talking about things all the way down to the particulars? I don't know. And I think, I don't know. But anyhow, he was like running down to me. So she was like, first of all, I already know what I'm doing. I don't need for you to be trying to check my hand. But since you want to know, I'm going to get him down there. I'm going to get him something to eat because you know how Bill like to be eating. I'm going to order all kind of food, and then I'm going to triple, double, and quadruple up on. I'm going to OD him on that stuff I'm putting down, and that stuff I'm going to have it sprinkling everything on the donuts, on the cookies, on the toast, on the pancakes, in the syrup, in the water, in the juice. Anything he eating and drinking on, I'm going to put it in. And then when he fall all out like Top Cat, I'm going to call your friend, and your friend going to come through, and he going to write the papers out, okay? And that's going to be that. And Randy was like, good, because we can't have him passing away on U.S. soil. We need for this to happen in St. Bart's. And she was like, I already know that. Tell me something I don't know, okay? My only question is, which one of y'all going to turn on the other one first? Because y'all working together, but y'all don't trust each other at all. Because she snapped at Randy, and Randy snapped right back at her. Y'all don't like each other. You don't. You don't. Now, back at the office, Caroline has decided to get into it herself. She's like, can I talk to you for a minute? I was like, what's that? What's going on? She's like, it's Haley. So you know what? This conversation keeps coming back to you, Bill. You are a lawyer. You know anytime somebody's name keep on coming up, you need to lean in like E.F. Hutton and find out what's going on, okay? So now here your secretary, who is very, very faithful to you, comes in to tell you that she thinks something up with your wife. He's like, what, you miss her because she ain't been around lately? She was like, yeah, I know, but I'm just wondering if something's a little off with Haley. He's like, what you talking about? She was like, well, you know, Chelsea has stopped in, and she's concerned that she might be seeing somebody. And she's not as attentive to your health. She's not as attentive to your health as she should be. Bill immediately tells Caroline that that's none of her business. All right, baby doll, now you overstepping your bounds. Like the man said in the 5 Heartbeats. You overstepping your bounds now. I was like, okay, well, you a fool, Bill. But Bill said he not a fool. I am Bill Hamilton. We know you, Bill Hamilton. We know you are in charge of the girls. But the other thing that we do know is that you a fool when it come down to this girl. We know that. You a fool. You need to use that big brain you got and put some of these pieces together so that it can add up 1 and 1 and make 2, not 14, because you keep doing the wrong math, Bill. What kind of math are you using? Is it the new math? Throw that out because it ain't working. Now, Nicole gets on the phone. Well, she gets maybe she got a call from Carlton. I don't know if she was calling or he was calling. But, you know, girl, Nicole, how you going to turn this fine man down with that nice voice that man got? You know I'm a sucker for a nice, but you know that. I told y'all that. Girl, how's you doing this? How's you behaving this way? How could you be treating Carlton like this? I be answering that phone. Hello. Hey, Carlton. I would be all to Hey, Carlton. I'm good. I'm good. How you? I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I'm good. What? Meet you? Yes, I can be down to the Orphe jeans in a minute. Just hold on. But girl. But anyway, I mean, Dr. Rollins nice too. I mean, you know, but it don't beat this. It don't beat this in my opinion, but you know, whatever. So anyway, he told her, yo, come on down and meet me so we can talk. I'm like, cool. All right, cool. Now, because she said she don't want Leslie interrupting them no more. Girl, you don't want Leslie pouring no more of that good tea, because Leslie poured some good tea on you right in the man's face. She did. She was wrong. But we loved it. We did. We don't tell no lie, girl. You know we likes it messy. But anyway. So he on the phone. Yeah, you can come on over. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, child, see how you talking? See how you talking? I be running right now. I wanna run to you. Ooh. Carlton, just stay right there where you at. Hold on, I'm coming. Meanwhile, over at the country club, Leslie done saw Ted, cornered him and sat down, and she want to talk about Eva. She said, your daughter is drowning and you need to throw your daughter a raft. Eva's in trouble. Go, why is everything always so an emergency with you? Why is everything always got to be on 10 with you? You could be talking about making Kool-Aid and ain't got no sugar and you got to go acting all extra. Girl, calm down. Back at Danny's house, Chelsea sits down with them. I didn't get pictures of this, but picture it, Sicily, 1922. But anyway, she telling them how they done all put their heads together and we all think Haley is having an affair. Even Caroline thinks something strange going on with her. Even Caroline is on board. Caroline feel like something been off with her too. Danny's like, is that right? She's like, I'm trying to tell you, mama. Listen to me, mama. I'm trying to tell you, mama. Now, that surprised Danny because Caroline don't usually talk. She said that woman is a vault where Bill is concerned. She ought to know, having been married to Bill for 30 years, she know good well. Hey, Scarlet Speedster, she know good and well that anytime she done ask Caroline anything, Caroline's answer was, Caroline, is Bill at the office? Caroline, what time did Bill leave? Caroline is and I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't recollect. I plead the fifth. So she surprised Caroline had anything to say. But the fact that Caroline did have something to say should tell y'all that if Caroline is talking, Bill, you should know that there's a reason for you to sit straight up and for your ears to be tingling right on the tips, sir. But at either rate, Danny is very surprised to hear that. Oh, Caroline talked. Oh, okay. Now, back at the office, Bill continues talking with Caroline. And Bill says that he doesn't necessarily think that Haley has lost interest in him. He thinks that she simply is in a different phase of her life, which would cause her to be less connected to what he's currently going through. Bill, what is you talking about? If somebody, your husband, I don't care if they 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 20, how many of y'all got? 20, 30, 40, how much older than you is a girl? She's the same age as your cheering. So you was a grown dog when she was born. You was a grown dog. I'm just saying. But anyway, Bill says she's in a different phase of her life, and that could cause her to not be connected with what I'm going through. I admit, Haley may be getting a little restless. She's younger. She's attractive. Keep on making excuses for her, Bill. Keep on. Because if you want a dad son-in-law, Miss Seeley, you best keep on advising her like you do. And you going to be the son-in-law. Keep on, Bill. Now, he was like, yeah, she's restless. She's a little younger. Caroline asked Bill if she's still, he's like, are you still happy with her? And then this is where Bill going to draw the line. Now, you better stay in your place now, Caroline. Ain't nobody asked you to get all up in my businesses deeply now. Now, see, you're doing too much. Now, we may have a relaxed working relationship, but that don't mean you could be stepping to me asking me stuff like that. Why not? Why not? Y'all talk about everything else. You done bought this girl a car. Why she can't talk about what she want to talk about? She can talk about whatever she want to talk about. She apologized, though. She was like, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Yes, it is. You'll be right back in there trying to talk to him again. You do care about Bill. You do. You do. Now, back at Uptown, Randy and his cousin are talking, and he brings up some man out of her past. I didn't know if he said the man's name was Sid or Duke, but he was like, you remember what happened with Duke? She was like, don't be bringing up that. What are you talking about bringing up that? Don't be talking about that up in here. I don't want to talk about that. We bringing up the past. He was like, yeah, but you remember how that went. And if it hadn't have been for Lynette stepping in and calling me, that could have went left. So we bringing up Lynette again. Real purpose. Bringing up your girl again. Be on purpose, Be on purpose. You bringing up your girl again. He was like, if it hadn't have been for her, you'd have been in a world of trouble back then. But you remember how you almost monked that up. She was like, yeah, but I didn't. Look, that was different. That was different. I didn't know this and that was going to happen. But I'm just saying, with Bill is different. Okay, Bill is different. And he was like, you right, Bill is different. Bill ain't slow like that man was. He not. And Bill may be on to you, Haley. He might even fake. See, you know what? I think Bill might have even fake limping up in that house. I'm going to tell y'all why later. But anyway, Haley don't listen to nobody. And that's going to be the downfall for you, I believe. I believe. She was like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take care of what I gotta take care of. You just make sure that you take care of what what you need to take care of. I'm gonna make sure Bill on that plane. And I forgot that she had said something to Randy to the effect. I don't know if it's missed this in my notes, so I'm just gonna say it to y'all. So while they were sitting there talking, let me see, is there another scene of them talking? No. So while they were sitting there talking, she was like, I just can't wait to be there with my $10 million. And he was like, you mean five, don't you? I was like, see how many times you got to keep on reminding this girl to half of that? She ain't giving you that money. This girl love money. She love money. She started talking about something else she could get some money out of. He was like, you need to slow down. You need to slow down because you about to bring too much attention on everything. Because she was like, I'm going to bring Bill. I forgot the other thing she said when she was laying out her plan. She was like, you know what? She was like, I'm gonna feed him the food. He gonna fall out, and I guess she gonna get rid of the body while she there. And she was like, in that way, because he was like, yeah, no body, no evidence. And she was like, you doggone Skippy. She was like, and then I'm gonna come back here and put on a grand performance for the family and be like, I didn't know. You know, his heart had been giving him trouble. It just came out. Oh my God. She was like, now I don't have to deal with them no more than I can spend my $10 million. And that's what he was like, no, you mean five. And I'm like, no, she mean 10. She mean 10 because I believe she got a plan for you too, Randy. While you sitting here always eating and drinking with her and leaving the table and can on, she might be putting the drops down in your stuff too. You don't know because she ain't intending to get you nothing. She don't want to share. You know, greedy people don't like to share. But anyway, let me move on. We go over to Carlton, who has met up with. I also forgot that Chelsea's father had called her and told her to meet him over down to the country club. So when she got down there, he was like, you know what? We need to talk because you've been running your mouth. Come on. You've been talking about Haley, and I'm tired of it. He told her, come on, let's go sit down somewhere. Okay, now over there with Carlton and Nicole, he said something about this not being one of their normal dates. Like, this ain't one of our normal dates. It don't feel like or something like that. But Nicole looked a little bit rattled, like, ooh, wait, no. And I'm like, girl, you think he don't know when he do? Now, Andre and Danny have a minute of checking in conversation before she has to leave. And she was like, what were you saying, honey? He was like, don't worry about that. I'm just glad to know that you got my back no matter what. Baby, nobody got your back no matter what. See, this is something men will do, baby. They'll try to get you to, I'm with you no matter what, but you ain't told me what some of the what could be. Before I sign on, Danny, before you sign on, you should be like, but let me hear the rest of that conversation. Then I'll let you know how deep in I am. Because I ain't trying to be your Bonnie to your Clyde on certain things, sir. If the people about to kick in my door, you got to go. That's just point blank in the period, okay? And that's just all it is to it, okay? Anyway, they end up not talking because she's got to go. He's relieved because he ain't got to talk about it. At either rate. Find out what he did first, Danny, before we all, because whatever you agree to, we got to be dealing with, and we don't want to deal with certain things, ma'am. So please let us know what we, as the gatekeepers, are trying to back you up on, girl. I mean, stand by your man is all good, but you need to know what you're standing by. Now, back at the country club, Leslie is so worried about this scar and how it's affecting Eva. I cannot stand this storyline. It's on my nerves. Never in the history of people of color have I heard this come out of our mouths. I have not. Who wrote it? Who wrote it? Not to say that some don't. I'm just saying, why is this a storyline like this is a thing? I got a scar. We all got scars from what we did stuff when we was kids. Who ain't got a scar that didn't heal from when we was a kid and you still got a scar on your knee, on your leg, on the side of your back? Who ain't got some of this on your arm, on your back? Because you know we was bad growing up. See, we as children, we played as children. These kids now, they don't do nothing. But we rode skateboards, bicycles. We jumped off staircases. We did stuff we didn't have no business. We had pogo sticks. We had dangerous toys as children, okay? We had click-clacks and whatnot. These children don't even know what a real toy is and the danger of having a real toy when you got to use your brain. We played with toys that could have took us out at any time. Okay, big wheels and whatnot. Y'all don't know nothing about falling off no big wheel and rolling and tumbling and cannon. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Girl, a scratch, get on. But anyway, let me move on. They said hit the like button. Belinda said hit the like button, so you all hit the like button, please. Now, Ted had to tell her, I can't be doing no surgery on Eve because she's like, you could do a surgery on Eve and get rid of her scar. He said, I can't do that. And I won't do that. I won't be doing no surgery on my daughter, number one. Number two, I can't do that. I'm not going to get involved with that. And Leslie was like, I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer at all. She was mad. I mean, she was big mad. She was. But back over at Uptown, Randy and his cousin continued to talk. And Haley said she gonna fly Bill out there. And this is the part where it was. I thought they had got rid of it in my notes. But anyway, I can get past this because we already talked about what her plans are for Bill to feed him the poison and take him out while they over there. And to come back here and pretend like she all innocent. Y'all know he was already sick. Boo! How much is the check? 10 million? Okay, that's even, right? All right, just put that in my bank account. Anyway, I just don't know what had happened to Bill. And I said, do I want to sell the house? Well, you know what? You can go and put it on the market. I mean, I don't need all this space. I mean, this is a lot of space. Yeah, that's going to be just the way you're going to be acting, girl. But anyway, Randy heard you when you messed up about them $10 million and them $5 million of his. He heard you. Excuse me. He heard you, and we did too. Hold on one second. Let me get past this. Okay, now Bill and Chelsea meet up. And he lets her know that he didn't like her talking to Caroline about his business. Don't be going to my employers, as Mr. Gaines used to say on A Different World. My employers. Don't go to my employers talking to them about my personal business. I don't appreciate that. And you won't be doing that no more. She was like, Daddy, you don't understand. I think that Haley is doing something she ain't got no business. I think she's cheating on you. He was like, with who? And she was like, first of all, people more than me has seen her with that man. Kat done seen her with the man. Mama done seen her with the man. And somebody else seen her with the man. We done seen her with that man. And he was like, what man you talking about? The man that saved her life when she was miscarrying the baby? Baby, when I tell you Invisalign made a comeback today, we ain't had to talk about little Invisalign, little Casper the baby in a long, long time. But here it is, boom, just like that. Invisalign is back, right? And Invisalign is back. Go on and let Doug come back. Bring Lynette back. If we gonna bring back Invisalign, bring them back too, okay? But anyway, Bill was like, you gonna learn not to be talking like that. But I really think that this conversation is starting to make Bill think. And I need you to use your big brain, Bill. And your eyes, sir. Open them up. Now, over at Orphagene's, Nicole wants to clear the air with Carlton. And she says, I know, okay, she wants to clear the air with him. And she's like, I know I spent the night with Kyle. And he was like, Carlton says, something else interesting happened. Your grandson stopped by to talk to me and needed some relationship advice. And while I was advising him, it gave me some clarity about my own life. I said this yesterday. Y'all couldn't hear me, but I said this yesterday. I was like, I think while you talking to him, it's making you think about what you're going through with Nicole, because you are very much going through the same thing. She's trying to break up with you silently out loud, and you're not hearing it either. She don't want you. She don't want you. She don't want you no more. So she thinks. But anyway, Carlton tells Nicole that he has always admired her. He always wanted the opportunity to be with her, but their present arrangement no longer works for him. And he's tired of having to watch from the sidelines why this is not working for him, because this is starting to remind him of what happened with him and Ted. He don't want it. I either want you in my life, Nicole, or he don't want nothing at all. I bet you heard that. Now, at Bill's office, Caroline is all happy because she done got some attention from Haley. Hey, girl. Oh, hey, Haley. I'm so surprised to hear from you. I was just talking about you. Where are you? Listen, girl, this is what I need for you to do. I need for you to make sure that Bill's schedule is cleared for next week, because we are going to St. Bart's. Carolyn was like, he ain't mentioned nothing like that. And do you think that's a good idea for Bill to be traveling like that right now? Why he not feeling good? She was like, Heifer, what? Book the trip like I told. I'm sorry. You know what, girl? I know what you're saying, but Bill and I are going to take a trip, and I just need for you to go on and book that for me. She was like, Now, I just mentioned to her that Bill ain't feeling good and is taking a trip a good idea. And then she snapped on me. Baby, you done woke up something in her, I think. think you have, girl. You ain't being slick as you think you being. She was like, just go on and clear his schedule because, we going on the trip. Caroline is like, oh, okay. Okay. Whatsoever you say, child. You notice how people be, though. When they trying to fool you and they're thinking that they're something that they're not, they will always have a moment where they snap at you just a little bit. And the smart thing to do is what Caroline did. Act just like you didn't see it. Because I want you to be comfortable. Hey, Rhonda Reed, I want you to be comfortable. Hey, Elaine, I want you to be comfortable while your slip is hanging. Why should I call attention to it? Be yourself. Do you, boo. Because I heard you. I saw you. I did. Don't be so quick to be telling people what you observe. People, let the people do what they do. Because Lord knows I'm going to let you do your thing. I'm going to let you do your thing on your reign. Because anyway, I'm a hard person to lie to anyway. So it's a waste of my time, my spirit, my energy. I just observe. And then I be like, okay. All right. But anyway. All right. So that's why Haley had to calm down. Because she realizes that she had went a little. Because, girl, you almost said help. You almost said something else, just like Ted almost said something. Girl, you had almost said something because Carolyn got quiet on you. Okay? And that's not good. Meanwhile, Chelsea over there still trying to talk to her daddy. She was like, Daddy, listen, you need to listen to me. We out here in these streets, they talking about it. We think Haley trying to play you. Bill says, well, I hope you have your listening ears on because I don't want you out here discussing me and my wife no more. Do you understand me? Now, Danny walks into Uptown and she sees Randy. She's like, sit down because I got something I want to tell you. She want to talk. She's like, I'm hip to what you and Haley are doing. And he was like, really? She ends up telling him that she thinks that they having an affair. Child, Danny, I told y'all, I need for all of y'all to be quiet and let Kat handle this, because Kat ain't went running her mouth to nobody. Y'all the only ones up in here talking. Y'all the only ones can't hold water. Y'all the only one running back to the source talking too much. Kat sat right there in that Orpa jeans and acted just like she was over there eating some potato. What was she eating? Sweet potato pie. A sweet peach cobbler. She was over there acting like she was eating some peach cobbler, minding her business while she was minding Randy and Mona's business. That's how you do it. She didn't need to go running over there. She did, we know she did, but she didn't run over there and get to talking too much. She just went over there and asked a couple questions. Girl, who that? Really, girl? You like him? Okay, girl. And she went on about her business. See, y'all talk too much for me. Y'all going right back to the source. They think your wife out there cheating. You need to learn how to hush. Loose lips do what? Sink ships. We need y'all to hush. But anyway, just running their mouth, ain't that right, Rhonda? Just blabbity. Y'all just need to just be quiet. She's like, I hope you wear Haley out. Girl, what is it your business what he do with Haley? What is it your business what him and Haley may or may not be doing? You done got on my nerve today, Danny. You have, girl, because you talk too much. And you barking up the wrong tree, all the way up the wrong tree. I mean, you at the right tree, but you there with the wrong conclusions. Ted was talking to Leslie like Nino Brown. You ain't lying, he was. Cancel her. You ain't lying. Okay. She gets up to leave, and I'm glad she was gone because I needed for her to be gone. Now, Bill and Chelsea are still talking when she tells him that she believes Haley is having an affair, seeing multiple people. I already said this part, so it's kind of repeating itself so I can go past this. Except for the part that she did tell her daddy. She said, Daddy, even Gran saw her at the tornado, when the tornado happened, over there messing with that man that was over here visiting from the other soap opera. I don't know them people's names, so y'all know, I don't know. But she was like, even Gran saw something and said that something inappropriate happened. He was like, well, she's young, she's attractive. Flirting is harmless. Is it? Is it? It's not my man. I'm a natural flirt, but I ain't about to be sitting around here. But let me tell you something. I can pack all that up. If I got somebody in my life, I ain't about to be around here flirting. I'm a natural flirt. Now, if I want to flirt, let me mess around. I'm like, you know what? Let me ask you something. Exactly where I got to start a fire for you to show up to put it at? Huh? What kind of crime do I got to commit for you to need my name, number, and address. What I gotta do? Okay. If I told you that I liked your shoes, listen, don't be talking about flirting is harmless. No, it's not. Flirting is not harmless. That is the beginning. Hey, Kiki, that is the beginning of how things get started. General City. Thank you, Ronald B. Yeah, that's how things get started. Don't do that. Don't let me come over there and see all your teeth. I'll be like, what did she ask you about how many teeth you had left? Does she know about the ones that's missing at the back? Why you over here grinning into hee? Hmm? Sir, what you over here grinning in her face for? You better come on so we can go. Wrong with you. But anyway, this is Bill's pride talking. So anyway, but I think Bill is prideful. I think Bill doesn't want anybody to know that he's beginning to get the picture. Because baby, when too many people done said something, and different things that they saying and people seeing things in different areas, you not crazy, Bill. But I think Bill don't want nobody to know. I think Bill know he don't have the full picture yet either. And I think Bill is playing crazy like a fox right now. I do. Mm-hmm. Now back with Ted and Leslie. They sitting down there talking, and then she got jiggy and she was like, "You are a horrible father. You are despicable, despisable." I was like, "Girl, you doing too much. Do you not know that we don't raise our voice like this up in the country club? That's not how we behave, Leslie." She got up to leave, and Ted got up in her face and told her, "Sit your tail back down. Because you ain't the only one got something to say up in here." Because she got mad that Ted had told her that Eva needs counseling. You know, I'm going to tell y'all something about them narcissists now. Them narcissists don't like you in no kind of counseling, because they know that no matter what you went in there for, that the hand gonna come back pointing to them one way or the other. Leslie ain't crazy. Now, one thing a narc is a narc is very smart. Now, I believe that's why she don't want her daughter to have no counseling. Because what's wrong with Ted saying, let's get her counseling first and then talk about it? But no, she needs to be cut on right now. She need to be fixed right now. What she needs some counseling for? You trying to call her crazy? I know you ain't trying to call her crazy. You know, you maybe believe that she's experiencing some kind of body dysmorphia, but trying to rush her to surgery don't make no sense. So she jumps up and tells him that he's a disgraceful father. And that's what Tail got up and said, "Sit your tail back down. I'm not done talking to you yet." Now, you know, sidebar, y'all. You know, when a man can tell you to sit down and not be violent, just he holds the power to tell you you done too much. we be liking that. We do. What you say? Now, you know, if you could tell, I'm like Jill Scott said, if you can tell me to sit down, then I'm going to sit down. But if you can't tell me to sit down, don't tell me to sit down. You ain't the man for that, okay? I'm just saying. We be liking it now when y'all stand up. But now, you know, we ain't talking about nobody being violent and all that, because if you start that up, then I got to call my peoples, and you don't want that, okay? But I'm just saying. We do like it when you all know how to be forceful enough to say, "Set your tail down somewhere. You done too much." Because look how she looked at him like, And what'd she do? What did Leslie do? Sat her butt down in the chair. Trying to tell you now. Trying to tell you. Now, Tatum and Danny are over there to the uptown talking about business, blah, 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 blah. We don't really care. Can you help me with the designs? You the designer, girl. You ain't paying me for all that. I mean, what, you want to make me a partner in the business? Because if I'm going to be, look, I'm over here. I'm just supposed to be showcasing the clothes. Designing is a whole nother fee, ma'am. What is we doing? They pay you to do this. This is your name. You the designer. I'm the model. Although I'm capable of designing. But girl, don't be trying to get free stuff off me for free. Don't be trying to get the ideas off me for free. You got to pay me. That's what you're supposed to say. But anyway, whatever. Now, I ain't know the point of the scene, but whatever. Except that she mentioned Andre. Whatever, child. You and Andre, your husband just seemed to know you so well. Oh, yeah, girl, he do. Now, Chelsea sends a text to her sister and cousin, and she's like, "Girl, the jig is up. My daddy done got mad at me for talking about this woman. I'll tell y'all what happened later." Now, Andre walks by while she's at the country club. And he's like, what's wrong? How did things didn't go good with your dad? And she was like, yeah, he got mad. And he was like, well, let me tell you something. In Bill's defense, your father is a defense attorney, and his entire job is making excuses for people. You mean lying? But anyway, he said his entire job is making excuses for people. And I can understand if he don't want nobody to know his wife may or may not be cheating on him. You got to understand that. I think he has a point. Now, back at home, Bill, I think Bill was faking. But then again, no, he wasn't, because they showed him having double vision. So I take that back. But I think that even though Bill was having this moment, Bill was paying attention this time to what was happening. If I stumble in the door, your first reaction should be, that's it. I mean, you know what? In fact, I'm not talking to you first. I'm calling the 9, the 1, and the 1. And we about to roll up out of here, lights blaring and everything. Let's get it. Okay? But he stumbles in the door. She was about to call Randy, or Randy was calling her one. So she didn't take that call or make that call. She decides to, she's standing there grinning. This is her face. She was like, hey, babe, how you doing? I mean, she ready to stand there and let you go on to the suite by and by. They end up, he make it to the couch, barely able to walk. And she sits down and starts talking to him. And he was like, yeah, so I talked to my daughter today, and she think you having an affair. She was like, oh, my God, these people. First of all, I'm not taking good enough care of you, Bill. And now I'm having an affair. Why would I be having an affair with when I have the greatest man in the whole wide world? You are the greatest love of all. Girl. Why would I be wanting to have it? With who? Who am I having this affair with? He was like, with the guy. And she was like, the guy who, he said, he called him Sammy. So you still don't know that Randy works for Joey? You still don't know that how you down to Joey's this much and you ain't ran into Randy Sammy? How? This is getting to be ridiculous now. You ran into Mona. You ain't ran into the man that worked down there. You ain't ran into the man that take care of everything for him. You ain't ran into him down there. I'm just saying. Anyway, she was like, what? Why would I want to have an affair with someone who reminds me of the worst time of my life? The worst thing that ever happened to me, when I have the best thing? Was you the best thing that ever happened to me? Girl, you be lying. You just be lying, Haley. And he was like, yes, I know. He was the one that was there when you almost lost the baby. Whatever. Let's get back on over here to this casino. To this orphanage where Nicole was laying out the speech I told y'all she was going to. I told you this is how a player get down. This is how I play. I told y'all couldn't hear me yesterday, but it's what I told you. I knew that Nicole was going to give a player speech. I knew that somebody, a player on this writer's board, wrote and put these words in her mouth the same as I heard my brothers and my cousins say to many a woman about getting out some mess that they done started. Let me tell you how it go again, because y'all couldn't hear me yesterday. Nicole was like, I want you to know, Carlton, that you are a great guy. He was like, yeah, but what I want to know is, are you ready to be exclusive with me? Are you ready to put everybody else down and just allow it to be just the two of us? Hold on one second. Carlton wants to know, are you ready for it to be just the two of us? And she was like, the time I've spent with you, Carlton, has been really great. It has. Let me tell you how a player get down. Let me tell you, a player gonna praise you and then put you down. Hold on. She told him, she said, you are such a great man. You've been good. You are patient. You is kind. You is smart. You is important. You are. But you knew when we started this relationship that I didn't want anything exclusive. See, this is how a player put it down. Now, you knew when I started this, when we got into this, I told you I wasn't looking for nothing. I told you that we could be friends. And then you told me that you were good with that. I told you that I thought maybe it would grow into something, but I wasn't ready for no relationship. I told you that up front. This how she played him like a man be playing in these streets now. She was like, let me tell you something. I had told you that from the beginning, Carlton, that I wasn't ready for it just to be the two of us. I'm still not ready for that. And this way a player puts it down. However, if these arrangements are no longer something that you want to do, then I have to respect your decision and not that you don't want to participate anymore. That's how a player gonna do you. Look, baby, if what I'm doing ain't what we was doing ain't what you want to do no more, then I understand that. And then you step on out the way and let the ones who want to do. Because there are others who will, who won't. Carlton is willing to participate in where I am in things. And if you're not, then do what you got to do. Remove yourself. I respect that. I told y'all. That's how a player going to handle it. I done heard this speech given many times. It's very, very effective. Because usually the woman folds and says no because she thinks somebody about to win the prize. When this ain't no prize, girl, all it is a carrot dangling before you to keep you going. And Carlton said, I'm going to get off the ride here. Thank you very much, though. Thank you very much. A player going to respect how you feel and certainly tell you that you can step out of line. Because they know there's other players waiting to get in the game. If you don't want to play no more, step aside. Just get out the way and let the gentleman do his thing. Just get out the way. And then he says, but I have one question I want to ask you, though. And she says, what is that? Why Kyle over me? Child, I guess you just a glutton for pain. But then again, get the answer. We want to know. Because I want to hear it. You know we knows it. I just want to know, are you going to be smiling in his face when you say it, girl? All right, what you going to do? Let us know. Hey, Myrtle. Now, back at the country club, Ted explains that Eva needs emotional support, counseling. She does not need surgery. He says that's why surgeons have their patients undergo counseling, plastic surgeons do, before they make any permanent changes to their body so that they're sure about what they're doing. Because once you go, you can't come back. And then also, things are not always guaranteed to go the way you think they would go, especially with black people. This is what you have to understand. We are prone to keloid. And baby, once you keloid, that's a hard one to get back from, because keloiding comes about from cutting your skin. And you can't just cut your skin again because it will just keep growing. So you need to be ready to deal with why you're doing what you're doing and the consequences that could come behind it. And Leslie's like, you're trying to call her crazy. He said, no, I'm not. She says, you know what? Let me tell you something. I can find another surgeon to perform what you won't do. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll ask that partner of yours that your ex-wife has been running around with. I'm sure he'll do whatever I need him to do. You know what, though, Leslie? Let me tell you something, though. You may not be wrong, because Carlton free now. And it ain't like she ugly. She might go on and pull Carlton. I said in the beginning that Carlton need to go on over there and get it with Leslie and maybe help her straighten out. Maybe somebody need to calm her down. But the interesting thing was, Ted, let me call you back to the front. You seemed a little bothered by that. You seemed a little bothered by that, Ted. You didn't seem to, and that ain't none of your business what Leslie do. You wasn't never married to her. You ain't care nothing about your wife dating him. So you better not say nothing about Leslie getting with him if she do. And I think she could get him. I think she is. She said, if he's good enough for Nicole, he's good enough for me. Meanwhile, Nicole is over here telling Carlton that she chose Kyle because he feels like a fresh start for me. But Carlton isn't convinced that this situation is what Nicole thinks it is. He explains that what he's looking for is someone he can fall in love with and spend the rest of his life with. I'm not looking for what you're looking for. He was willing for her to be patient with her through trying to figure out what she wanted. But Carlton now knows that what she's trying to do is not what he wants to participate in. It is not. He says, and I think that you're not being completely honest with yourself about what you want or why you want it. He told Nicole, I'm going to still be your friend. I'm still team Nicole. Don't worry about that. And Nicole is happy to hear that. She give him a light peck on the lips, and then he leaves. Carlton accepts her decision if this is what she wants. But I think she's not being honest with herself either. I agree with Carlton about that as well. Back at home, Bill and Haley continue talking, and she continues her performance for Bill. She claims that she cannot understand why Bill's children and family members believe that she is cheating. Why would I cheat on you? Why would I cheat on the best thing that ever happened to me in my life? With the person who was there doing the worst thing of my life. And she continues trying to fake cry. Bill holding her. And Bill reminds her that today marks the 1-year date that they lost their baby Invisalign. And I know y'all remember Invisalign. We had almost forgot about little Invisalign, the fake baby that Haley pretended that she lost. Now, is Naomi gonna come over there and tell her daddy that your wife had pretended to lose a baby? Huh? While y'all talking too much, while you talking about an affair, you need to be telling your daddy that. So Haley uses the memory of that fake baby to wrap Bill around her little finger a little more with these lies. She tells him that everybody is against her. Nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. And then she said what she need to do is to get on her vacation for St. Bart's. That's what I need to do. And when she said that, Bill looked at her like, Now, I know she just seen me stumble up in this house, and all she can think about is putting me on a plane going to St. Bart's. Bill, you better use your brain. You better use your brain. But Bill is like, I'm here for you. You are till you fall over, because she don't care nothing about you. She just care about that money. That's it. That's all. Now, back with Danny and Miss Tatum, blah, 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 blah. She said, you and Andre are a great team. That husband of yours, he has an eye and he believes in you. Yiggity, yiggity, woo. Now, over to Andre, who was still over there talking to Chelsea. While he's talking to Chelsea and, wrapping things up, and he's, yeah, your dad may not want nobody to know, wop, wop, wop. And then he says, I don't worry about anything like that happening between me and Danny because everything in our relationship is good. And then as soon as he had said that, boop, boop, he gets a message, right? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I had interrupted you and my mother when you were talking earlier. He was like, that's okay. And then that's when the message came in, boop, boop. And the message had said, hold on. Let me find it. Okay. Why it's not on the screen? Okay. And the message had said, want to see you. I'll be in touch. The message said, want to see you from an unknown source. The message said, want to see you. I'll be in touch. I know this ain't no man messaging you. I know that. Let me decode this message for you, Andre. This message is saying, baby, I'm back. And I'm going to be at your front door real soon. And we can't wait to find out who is knocking on the door. We can't wait, we can't wait, we can't wait to see who's knocking on your door. We can't wait. We can't wait. Who y'all think it is? Y'all think it's Heather? Y'all think it's a woman? Y'all think it's a man who used to do deals with, do dirty stuff in these streets? Who is it? We needs to know. It better not involve no man. It better not involve no man. We don't need that as a storyline. Just go and let it be that he got a baby out here, or that is Heather crazy tale that he done got. He was messing around with, and she was like, one day I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna hunt you down like the dog that you are. But why would you go running home to where your uncle them at when that's the first place somebody gonna look? I'm just saying. Let me take a quick look over here and find out again, because I be forgetting what's gonna happen to from one day to the next, child. Just enough for me to keep up with what's happening. Okay, hold on. Let's see what tomorrow's supposed to bring. Okay, give me a second. Not that one. No, that's the 31st. This is already August. Hold on. Let me find the right one. Won't he do it? Do it, won't he do? Okay, hold on. Recap. Hold on, I'll find it. August 3rd. Maybe this is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So let's see what's happening tomorrow on Friday to put next to this episode that we just had. So tomorrow, Haley gets what she wants. I guess it's that trip. Bill gonna say he going, but Bill ain't going nowhere. Bill is forced to rely on Caroline during a crisis, and that's why Bill ain't going nowhere because he's gonna have a crisis, and Caroline gonna have to be the one to save him. Andre seeks Smitty's help, while Ted tries to comfort his distressed daughter. Okay, so now you need Smitty to do some investigative work, I guess. And Ted tries to comfort his distressed daughter. We know that that's Eva. You know who needs to talk to Eva is Kat. Who needs to talk to Eva is Kat and be like, girl, let me tell you something. If I ain't over here tripping about the scout that I got, I know you best to shut up. That's what need to happen. She need to come over there and give you some big sister love. And let me tell you something. If I'm not complaining, you better shut your mouth. I know that. Because I can't wear the same bikini that you can't wear. But I'm going to wear mine. You better get it together. Okay, so anyhow, Joey's sister, see how she coming back right doing the Andre thing? Joey's sister befriends Danny and Vanessa. See how convenient that is? Because Danny is the girl. Danny is married to Andre? Yeah, I think it's Heather, y'all. I do. Nicole updates a shocked Kyle about a change she'd like to make to their relationship. We don't care. We don't care. But I do hope that Leslie goes on a date with Carlton. I do. Hey, your girl Angel. Your love Angel. Um, Yeah, so that's what happened. That's what's gonna happen tomorrow, y'all. Okay, don't forget that tomorrow night is the Friday night fish fry and family feud where we come in here, we turn on our capital letters, and we argue. There's plenty to argue about this week too, baby. Don't get so twisted. Why Ted almost got up and cussed at Leslie? You know we don't talk like that on this show. Yeah, they do. But you, John, what you almost had called Leslie? Huh? Now I don't think it's selfish or evil to be over here worried about her body, but girl, if anybody gonna be worried about a scar, it need to be Cat, not you. I'm just sorry. You should just be happy that your life got saved. Because your life was on the jeopardize. For real, for real. Do y'all think that Bill is finally opening up his eyes? I hope they leave us with a real good cliffhanger tomorrow. That's what we need. We need a good cliffhanger. You think Heather trying to make friends with Danny so that she can get in good? And so she can walk up. One day Andre gonna come in the house and Heather gonna be sitting there talking about, hey, nice to meet you. Because you know that's how weird people do you. They just show up in your house. And you be like, oh, God, got to be more careful. That's what's about to happen. And it is. And it is. Let me read some of y'all comments before I get out of here. And that's what I'll do until it's time for me to go. Because, you know, after this, she got to go. When that phone rings, that's when I got to hit it. And I may try to get out of here before it rings so I can already be in place of where I got to be. Okay. Let's catch a couple comments. I'm going to scroll up and wherever it stops is where I'm going to read. Leslie's acting like that scar was across Eva's face. No, Eva's acting like the scar is across her face, and her mama co-signing that mess. Leslie is all over the road with her drama about harassing Vernon and Ted. And he is. Ted is about to have a come to Jesse talk with Leslie. Now, I think the Bill going over there by Anita's to find out what she know. Elaine says, hey, gatekeepers, hey. Katrisa says, I think Nicole wants Ted. Oh, yeah. She wants him to want me, and I want you, and I want you to want. That's why she ain't trying to fall in love no more. She still love Ted. Rhonda Reed says, good afternoon, everybody. Hello to you, too. Ted was talking to Leslie like Nino Brown and G Money in New Jack City, and was. Jack Abbott's son. Thank you, Kiki. Genoa City. Yeah, he says, sit your butt down before I make change. Your $5 butt down before I make change. That's about how he was talking to her. He was. I think he was channeling that. Y'all need to inbox him and ask him, was he? Bill is being led by the nose ring that Haley has on him, and he is like a pig to slaughter. And Leslie is a horrible mother, so there's that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I was thinking that was the person stalking Andre. It is. It is ridiculous that Bill is doing all of this and not going to the doctor. That makes no. Some people scared of the doctor. I am, but I think I'm gonna tell you something. If I had a mate, though, I think I would be less scared because at least you got somebody there with you. And he's got a lot of people like children and stuff like that. I'd be nervous because I'd be feeling like I'm by myself and stuff, and I don't like that. Bill done went down and talked to Joy like they are friends, yet he knows about Randy and Haley. Bill done went down and talked to Joy like they're friends, yet he knows about. Yeah, but no, no. What Joy knows is that they're not seeing each other. Joy thought that they were, but I think they straightened it out with Joy that they were not because I think remember Haley talked to him too. He's talked to Haley too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm glad the call, but you know, then again, people who are going to use things against you, they're not always going to tell you what they know. They gonna hold things, find things, collect things, and then he may come back and tell Bill, "I got something for you. Now, what you gonna do for me?" Because that's the way this world works. That's the way the people in the dirty part of the world work. They don't just do you no favor. They need something back for it. I remember Bill said Randy once in his house after, yeah, he saw him in the house as Sammy. He still doesn't know that he's Randy that works for Joey. He met him as Sammy. No black man in real life would have been okay with this treatment from Nicole. Nope. People may not like that Carlton went after this friend's ex-wife, but Carlton is the one that's truthful. Well, Carlton is the one that saw Nicole first and wanted to talk to Nicole. Carlton never got over the the crush that he had for her. If anybody was dirty in this, let's just tell the truth, it was Ted. Because Carlton saw her, was planning to talk to her, and Ted went around him and talked to her first. But Carlton liked or loved her from the moment he saw. Some people are like, my dad was like that with my mom. My friend's father was like that. My other friend's father was like, sometimes you meet somebody and you just know right off that that's your person. And maybe Carlton just always felt like Nicole was his person, but his friend scooped in and took her. That's just what happened. He told Ted he would go after her and did. Myrtle says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Carlton put up with this mess from Nicole because he really does care about her. And now he's walked away. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and now usually that's when people want you when you get them straight, and they be like, you know what, I like you for that. People don't like it. People are not impressed when you let them do you in a kind of way. Ain't nobody moved by that. People ain't got no empathy for them being able to do you like a dog. People feel like if you ain't standing up for yourself, why should they? That's the way it usually is, and that's what people be looking for, some sympathy, especially from no man. Men ain't got sympathy like that, cause a man ain't gonna let you do him like that. I agree with what this person here just said. Ain't no man about to let you do too much, cause they gonna walk away. They don't do that. They ain't about to do that. You was hoping they would get into a fist fight, Bobby Bobby. Nicole is not free with Kyle. She's just unknown and can pretend to be something else with Kyle. Right. She don't want nobody to know her. Miss Jen, you hilarious of Haley. Imitate. I don't even know if I be imitating Haley. I don't even know if I got a beat on her, but thank you. Scaly forgot about Invisalign. Use your noodle bill. She's trying to get to you. Catrice laughing. Catrice is laughing. I'm wondering if Andre's past involves a man. Let's hope not. It's exactly because that would be kind of devastating to Danny's life. So let's hope that that's not what he did. That's exactly what I was typing when you said it, Miss Jen. It's giving Heather. It's giving Man T. Because why would he? Why wouldn't he tell her? I think he just does. I think that he. See, I think that he was doing dirty stuff with Heather because Heather is like a Joey. So I think that he got involved with some underworld stuff, and he don't want Danny to know that he was doing dirty jive. Andre is not so likely as a woman. Yeah, I don't think it's a man. Kat is the last person that needs to talk to Eva. No, I think she does need to talk to Eva. I think she needs to be the one to be like, girl, let me tell you something. If I'm not complaining about a scar, I know you better be quiet. Anybody should be complaining about a scar. It should be Kat, not her. I'm completely uninterested in this scar story. Yeah, we don't care nothing about it. I told y'all, can we just stay out of the hospital? This is not General Hospital. We didn't sign up to watch no hospital stuff. This ain't what we over here for. I'm gonna have to say it Friday night since I think they be peeping in on the Friday night lives, you know. I mean, Eva just had surgery like 2 days ago. Sit down somewhere and heal. Eva's scar is probably worse because of the initial. Yeah, she probably has a worse scar because, as I said, Kat had something microscopic, but that Kat got anything. If it's a X, if it's a O, if it's a triangle, it don't matter what it is. She didn't have it before she laid down for that surgery. Y'all hit the like button on your way in, Belinda says. The person who can wind up in Danny's house because of Dupree is a way to friendly. See Haley and even. Wait a minute. The person can wind up in Danny's house because of the Duprees are way too friendly. See Haley and Eva and Leslie as examples. I must be reading that wrong. I see shades of fatal attraction as far. Yeah, that's what's happening with him. I felt like Vernon was trying to recruit Isaiah to run for office yesterday. I hope not, because we don't need him to be no crooked politician. And even if you're not crooked, they make you crooked, because once you get into that game, you realize that it's not the straight line you thought it was. Everybody's crooked, therefore you must be crooked too. They're going to make you crooked. I'm so glad Carlton is free. No, but Joey still don't know. He just knows Randy and Haley have something going on. He don't know. He don't know what they're doing. He still doesn't know that. But he does know that they have a connection. But he ain't said nothing. But Bill went there talking about his health. I don't think Bill went there talking about Haley. Bill went talking about his health. Unless I'm remembering it wrong. I think Bill just talked about his health and watch out for my wife if anything happens to me. I think that's what Bill did. Anyway, you all, that's it. I'm going to get ready to get out of here so I can be in place where I need to be, maybe ahead of time instead of having to go and get there. Let me know what you think, Replay Gang. Do you think that Bill is finally beginning to believe what everyone is telling him about Haley? Or do you think that that message sent by Andre is mysterious, or does he know who it is? If you enjoyed today's recap, everybody, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with another Beyond the Gates fan. You can go and listen to the other recaps, but over here we try to come together as a community. We all know each other over here. Come over here where we can check in on you, see how you're doing. All of that daily is what we do it live. And as a community, we like to come together and talk about these Duprees as if they are real, even though we know that they are not. And it's a respectful space, so you can feel free to come over here and hang out and have a good time. Everybody's welcome. I don't care if you like Kat. I don't care if you like Eva. I don't care if you like Bill. I don't care if you like Ted. I don't care if you like Leslie. I don't care who you don't like. You can come right on over here and hang out with us, and feel free to express yourselves. We are not a community where you got to be one thing to be hanging over here, okay? All right, so hit the like button for me. Consider becoming part of the community or becoming a member over here. And I thank you to my moderators and to the rest of the gang for everything that you guys do.
Belinda Hill, KB Mommy, Bilo Didi, Elaine T, Cousin Linda, and the Radio Maniac. Thank you.
Thank you all. And so to my replay gang, thanks for coming back and watching. And to everyone who joined me live, all of you gatekeepers down in the comment section, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, I do hope that you're having yourselves a great day. And if not, remember, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll see y'all tomorrow night at the fish fry. Woo, we got plenty to argue about. What y'all cooking? What y'all bringing? Huh? What y'all gonna do? Huh? Y'all gonna be hanging out? What y'all gonna do? All right, I'm gonna see if I can get it started again early tomorrow night, so that we can get out early like we did last time. Even though I think y'all may argue a little late at night, y'all be more laxed and ready to really get into it. It seems like the later we in here, but we'll see. Sometime between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, I'll try to get us started for tomorrow night for the recap and fish fry. All right, well, I'll see y'all tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. All right, bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.